Get at least the cheese mode builds.
There you go. They want to see the cheese mode. The cheese
They want to
mode.
see the cheese. First up, we have Hibify. Although it's an engineer, do you want to start?
If you want, sure. No worries. He's going for... So, right, he's playing with, at the moment... I know, I suppose might know a little bit about engineer.
At least
Some
more
people
than I
might.
do.
Fair play.
I know exactly as much as I have to cast.
I don't like Hibify because he's got the legendary rifle, which is just, not fair. So going for the Sigil of Battle and also Sigil of Doom for that poison. Going for Rune of Holbreck, which is what I think some warriors are using that at the moment, which is quite nice. Celestial Amulet. Also going for the 60044. Going for the leg mod, so cripple, chill, and immobilized durations are reduced, which is very good, especially for the survivability. Protection injection as well isn't going to be there. Backpack regenerator, invigorating speed, of course, so getting that speedy kit. So every time he's getting some speed, he's getting vigor and swiftness, of course. Accelerant pack turret. This is a very interesting build. So with the accelerant pack turrets, he's going to get that knockback when he actually is going to be using his heal. So if he's in trouble, that's going to be quite nice. Also going for the, of course, the standard rest of the build with the Grenadier trait there as well. So he's going to be quite useful. Some CC in there as well, especially with the supply crate, which you can use to do an AoE stun. Some nice survivability in that build. It's actually going for the flamethrower as well, which is actually quite an interesting switch. So his build is very different, actually, to what we would normally see.
Well, there might be survivability, but there is a Celestial Amulet and a rifle, and not a pistol shield. So
yeah, it's definitely better with the Celestial. He can get some power, he can get some damage off of that, and he can use it also. The flamethrower kind of works both with condition damage and with power as well. So it's not too bad, but it's going to be interesting to see how he plays it. That's for sure. I mean, he's got the toolkit for the survivability there as well. So yeah, the shield is very good, especially for blasts.
And just going from the setup of just saw earlier, I've seen them in team queue playing with Frelina on a warrior, but now they have a necro. Well, that's interesting. So no warrior, no guardian.
There you go. It's going to be quite nasty. We can have a look. Should we go to Zapdos now? Have a look at his build. Sure. Why not? Do you want me to go through those?
I'll do it a little bit quicker, okay? We've got Zapdos as an Elementalist on a staff. We have the Pirate Rune, so that probably means he's going to stay on staff, probably somewhere in the traits also the enhanced range for the targeting circle. Celestial Amulet is going for the standard 00266 trait distribution. Lord Asura, the second Elementalist, but he's probably going to play with the Dagger, currently on staff to get the buffs up, playing with a Strength Rune, Celestial Amulet, as well as the trait distribution 00266. Deja vu. We've got Mini Colero on a Thief. He's running Dagger Pistol with the short bow, Scholar Runes, Berserker Amulet with the Panic Strike 620. Oh, the 2 in critical strikes to get the vitality based on the precision. I often see people picking the stealth condition remove out of Shadow Arts in this build. For example, Shut is running that. He has the practice tolerance, also a choice one can go with. Might be a bit dangerous with conditions on him, then, but we'll see. Well, 62006. And last but not least, we've got the Necromancer going with Scepter, Dagger, Staff, Nightmare Runes, Carrion Amulet. So nice Condi heavy currently with the summon stuff, with the, what is it called?
Minions.
Minions.
Oh no,
why could I not remember the
He's
word
got
minions?
the minions he's going to kill them to get life force, and then he's going to he'll probably switch to Signet with an Epidemic. He might switch to, he's got there we go, he's got Spectral Walk there, so we'll see what he does there. He's not gone for Traveler Rune, which is some Necros either go normally for Nightmare Rune or they go for Travelers for speed because they've got number. Of course, he's got Spectral Walk, so he's gone full on Nightmare, so he's going to be a pain in the bottom. Terramancer is going to be annoying.
You can, I think you can give the go because we. Did we go through 55 too? I don't think we did, but if we didn't, then we're going to do it between the matches, which we actually forgot with WAG.
Yes. Well, they're in the final, so hopefully we'll get the chance to do that. I think.
Get the chance to do it again. So now it's going to be Cheese Mode versus 55 HP Monks in the second semi-final of the 40th ESL Weekly Cup. What are the stakes again, Jebro? Remind us.
2k gems.
Except for the glory.
Except for the glory. In this game, if one of these guys lose, they get nothing. If they get through to the final, first place is 2k gems each. And if someone comes second, well, someone will come second, 800 gems each. If they don't, then I'm not sure what happened to them, and maybe they were just stomped so hard that they just logged off and got sad. But hey ho, they'll still get gems. They'll still get 800 each. So hopefully we'll start this game very soon, and these guys will see a bit of a show. This is a bit of a different lineup to last week. I can't exactly remember what the lineup was last week. I'm pretty sure they had some warriors. I'm pretty sure they actually changed also to 2 warriors in the second game, Cheese Mode, but we'll have to see. Not too sure. I can't remember if it went to 3 rounds or not either, actually. It feels like it was an eternity ago. It had Tournament of Legends in between as well, so many games.
I think they might actually stick with this. I don't quite know who Lord Anorak is, but I'm not too sure they actually have somebody who can switch to a warrior. Although some might say everyone could switch to a warrior, to a Hambo, and at least perform decently.
They should definitely. Oh, hello. What was that?
Somebody screaming outside. I don't know. Window needs to be open, otherwise I'm be melting. And we're gonna go into the splits in a couple of seconds. Cheese Mode on the red side, 55 on the blue. Let's see the splits.
They're actually the red team are actually going to stealth over towards the henge actually at the moment. We do see 3 players. I think Lord Asura just made a little bit of a mistake with the with the Greatsword 4 there, and they're actually.
Oh, and they're gonna get caught.
Oh, look at that!
They are gonna get caught. Nice stealth behind the in a little hiding place there. Didn't get to pick somebody off really early, I think, which kind of seemed to be the purpose of that. A little sneak attack. Now Hibify having some problems getting in immobilized instantly, managed to get out of that and really running around using the area, using the terrain to negate the damage instead of just cooldowns.
Yeah, and Hibify's actually switched over to Elixir Gun, which is probably what I thought it was going to do. I was a bit confused why I was using Flamethrower, but trying to give a legit reason why. But hey ho, he did go back into Elixir Gun. And actually, a really good thing that happened there, Hibify actually got onto the node. He actually ran through everyone to keep it contested when they did get caught. So that was actually a really good move from him to do that. And this big team fight over on this cap is kind of, evolving. And we do see a 2v2 over on the midpoint as well. We see Malo down currently, and Lord.
Minicalera going down as well. Nice burst from Shut there.
Fights.
Now it's a question who's going to rest, who's going to stomp. We've got the teleport stomp from Shut. I think he actually used Shadow Step and pointed into the general direction where he thought he would port. Nicely done with that. Saved the fight and saved the day. They're gonna get the mid cap, and we still have the mine ticking for Cheese Mode, who got that one uncontested, but still managed to contest the henge. So an early lead for Cheese Mode, but now the midpoint going off to the blue team.
Just seen in chat, and I'm not 100% sure if this is correct, but Lord Anorak, who is playing on the side of Cheese Mode, is actually Nozcock from NA, the Necro. Apparently. Not 100% sure about that. I don't recognize the account name, so maybe someone wants to confirm that. Maybe he'll tell us. But at the moment, they're really getting destroyed over here on the henge point. And while the guys are still trying to stay on the node, round the corner and out of line of sight is where the guys are currently dying off node, which is unfortunate for them.
And now it could get risky. We had Lord Anorak actually trying to be offensive, walk down here, try to assist in the team fight because they were losing, try to just leave the mine open, but he can't really do that because they got killed a little bit quicker than he expected, I think. Therefore, had to fall back for possible aggression from 55 right after the team fight.
Yeah, Zapdos is currently actually running for his life. He should be okay, really, as he's coming back towards the spawn, actually.
The managed to get out. Nice pull from the engineer right back in the refuge.
He's going to
die, but the conditions are on there. No, the heal.
Oh, no. Good job.
The hide in shadows, and with the hide in shadows, he could actually just walk through. He is going to walk through, and no reaction until now. When are they going to notice?
No, maybe not. Don't think so. I think they've just left the vat. The communication here is quite poor in Cheese Mode at the moment. They haven't been aware. They've lost Shad completely. Shad's gone for the decap, but we see Lord Asura on the opposite side of the map has actually gone for that cap on Henge, but the port was just run out as well. So Misha actually not aware that that decap was potentially was happening, and the cooldown for
he actually got the cap. Shad now looking for the 1v1 with the Necro. I don't know how good he's going to be against that. Of course, has the problem that he needs to stay on the point, otherwise he's gonna lose the cap. The stolen fear, of course, is a good thing, but in the long term, I think it's pretty easy for Anorak to win this.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. This is Shad, man. This is the Shadster.
Well, it's a Necro.
I'm gonna call him the Shadster. But look, at the moment, Lord is really in a lot of trouble, and also especially as the backup comes in with Misha. Misha supporting her brother there, just coming into the point and absolutely really destroying.
Really good job there. Necro died off point. Now they're going to get the cap back. Feared off again, but that's not going to change much. So they will be getting the point. The Henge is capped for Cheese Mode at the moment. In the mid, we have the team fight with Rom just getting Storm Mini Colero actually going in there. Getting a little bit of damage and needing to immediately pull refuge, and now going down invisible, which is good.
Yeah, he actually went into that SR to escape all that damage and just to regenerate really, and now actually it ended up quite good for them. But I think he's going to go down now. Not too sure. Cleave damage is coming out really. No one going for that storm, and he's going to be out of that fight. So they really need some support up at mid. No, not too bad. I mean, Hibify goes down just off point. Zapdos is the only person here from the red team. He can't go off node because he needs to keep it contested at the moment to keep them in the game. And currently, I think the 1v1. I think Lord was going to try
as well. Now Vapor Form onto the point to be a bit of a nuisance and not so easily just left behind to bleed out. The 1v1 Lord Asura versus Rom is now continuing, but is going to be a 3v1 in a second, because the pain train, as I like to call them, Shad and Misha, are just arriving to help and immediately forcing him into the mist form. Oh no, it was an instant vapor form. Instant vapor form because he died too quick and accidentally pressed 2.
We did see the 1v1 happening over on mine. Lord was the Necro, sorry, was able to take out Tommy there, getting a lot of conditions off. I think he did quite well to win that 1v1, because I think Tommy's got quite a lot of condition removal as well. So it was quite nice for them to get their home point back, but unfortunately because of that as well, and the team white up at mid, of course, they have lost that node. So they need to think about maybe what they're going to do here, because slowly 55 HP monks are going to be getting the map points back. 181 to 179. This game could not be closer at the moment, really.
Yeah, they have now gotten the lead for the first time. Shad went down in his own refuge, but is in a position where he's not that easy to rest. Now trying to just out of down state, giving some damage on Mini Colera, actually bringing him down to 50% and therefore applying the Panic Strike Immobilize. Nice, really making the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, that's the thing with Shad. He's very intelligent. He knows what he's doing, and I think that any situation he kind of, unless he overcommits sometimes, which is sometimes what happens, but hey ho. But Rom now is very much the focus. He has come off point just to take a little bit of focus off himself. Lord Anorak is very close to going down, or was he actually in Death Shard?
No, he was really close to going down. We have Shad now going for, and Lord Anorak pulling back out of the fight due to damage and kind of running into the arms of Shad, but he's still gonna get the decap. Just the cap's gonna be difficult. We have Lord Anorak waiting for a second until his health regenerates, which of course is pretty necessary since he already lost the fight against him with full health.
I was just having a look at Misha there, and Misha just escaped from the fight with the portal as well, using that to get out of any focus damage that was coming onto him. But at the moment, I mean, I just noticed that time warp really wasn't used as efficiently as normally it is. I mean, Cheese Mode dealt with that time warp pretty damn well, actually.
Yeah, let's have a quick look. Oh, we actually have Lord Anorak now coming out ahead in this 1v1. Shad trying to re-engage. Does he really want to do that? Immobilize out of stealth and now trying to escape, using the immobilize to get a bit of an advantage, but he still had some means to get out of that, and the stealth immobilize isn't that long. Now a bit of a shatter just walking through the gate, through the bottleneck there, getting some damage. And Misha gonna get the decap again. In the meanwhile, we also have the decap on Henge and got the 1v1 going on there again.
Yeah, it feels like Lord Anorak is coming back into this game now, actually, as well. When we were talking, saw him over there on the mine, it feels like he's, I don't know, just a bit more solid in the game now. It's a rough start, but it's actually come back into it. And we got the 2v1 happening now over on the Henge point. Red do have the cap. They only had mine before. They've switched it to mid. So they are crawling back the points. Look, I mean, they're about to take over now. And Misha is actually going to go down over on the mine nose. It's actually Mr. Malo versus 2 with a downed Misha who's currently dead. And Malo's actually down as well with that burst coming out from Mini Calero. So doing a good job.
Shut is there. I don't know if he really wants to get into this fight. He picked off Mini Calero really quick, getting the stomp, getting the port stomp with the infiltrator's signet. Now Hibify is in a bad situation with leaving Mr. Malo down there, but Shad can't rest, and Malo is kind of a bit upset that he didn't get a rally off the stomp.
Yeah, he's sad, he's depressed, he's low, he's dead. He's very dead. Rom's actually almost very dead
and
as well over on the Henge.
His words were "fix game, Carl." Nice. Instant burst on Hibify. Mini Calero trying to res, using the refuge to get him out of it. He himself has some problems really applying the res and needs to run now. Otherwise he's going to be dead. Mid is still kind of clear. Cheese mode is okay there, and they've got the Henge now really quickly accumulating points due to the double cap and the short neutral on mine. So they are taking really the lead in this game.
Yeah, but the red team, they're dying over on the Henge node at the moment. Zapdos is the only one there. He's solo versus 2 guys. It's only going to be a matter of time. But, I mean, he is against 2 of the... He really, I mean, out of the people that should be in this node at the moment, it should be the DPS. Like Rom has come back in as well. So Zapdos was able to survive for quite a long time against 2 people. And now it looks like Shad's trying to pick people off as well.
We have an unfortunate situation with Misha and Shad being the ones to have kind of defend the mine. We have Malo already on the way because you don't want to have your 2 squishies responsible for, well, holding a point. Malo now going in there, and they actually managed to survive long enough, which is pretty good. Of course, there can be also just aggression used to negate some damage to put them into a defensive playstyle.
I mean, that was a good point you said about because they're coming out of the spawn, they needed help quickly, and we noted that I think as soon as Rom came over towards the Henge, I think Malo was already out at the point, and it was almost there. But I think by the time we actually stopped talking, which is actually quite good. It's actually a really good point where Malo needed to be there as soon as possible, so Misha and Shad could be really effective.
Shad actually went through invisible, and now getting the decap on the midpoint, we've got Lord Anorak going for hindering him from the actual cap, but now again 1v1 between the 2, and especially with the half HP he entered.
He's gonna go.
That's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, Anorak's he should really win that because they got a lot of damage off him very quickly. But look at Tommy coming in, cleansing those conditions from Shad as he comes into the point, and now Cheese Mode have to realize really that Henge is open. They could go for that cap now if they start to take some people over.
They had to clean up the mine first, but I don't know if 4 people were really necessary for that.
Not really.
Maybe they wanted to be really sure. Now we have the killed people from mine respawning and being able to defend Henge. With that, Misha's there, Lotusura's trying to get there, has the fiery greatsword, of course, can put some... Oh, did Misha bug himself into the wall, but got out again, I think.
Not too sure. Might have been able to use face retreat to get out of there, possibly. Not too sure. He's okay at the moment. I mean, we do have 1 cap for each team. There's only 5 or 6 points in it, dude, at the moment. I think this is going to be a boss kill again.
Yeah, now I said it once before on another day. Once we're in the 400 area, it's going to be really difficult to really turn anything around. We have the 2 cap now for 55. Cheese Mode needs to act unbelievably quick to not just give them that. We, of course, with such a close game, have the option of the Chieftain or Svanir being the deciding element.
Yeah, exactly. And with those points coming in for blue now, that's going to have to come into play unless they can actually get a decap. They need to be focusing on that. And Tommy's actually, with the whole of the red team committing to mid, really, they should be winning. Well, as soon as their red thief comes into this fight, they should be winning it. But with Hibify down, it is actually 4-on-4. Rom's going to go down as well. Are they going to be able to get the res on him? No. So we've got 55 losing people. The 5 points, obviously, for the kills are coming into play as well. And look at red. They're migrating now across the map over towards the henge. I want to try and get that 2 versus 1. But Shat's there as well.
It's late. It's late. They're going for the creatures now. But
both of them will get them the win.
Both of them will actually get them the win. Yeah, they're going for both. We have Chieftain.
This is going to have to be quick.
We have Svanir, and they need to get both, and they need to be really quick. We only have 2 points. 2 points. We've got the first.
Oh, one.
No, we don't have the second.
Close.
Now we have the second.
So close, dude. I'm not sure who would have got that other boss kill.
I'm not sure either, but it was almost in time. We had Tommy Tom there to possibly contest the Chieftain.
Good job.
That was
really
close.
Nice game.
Last
really
second, really just barely scratching the 50-point mark where a double creature kill would have gotten them the win. Not quite in time, even though they were ridiculously quick.
Yeah, that was it. If they'd been only like even 5 seconds earlier, that's how much the timing in that comes into play. Like 5 seconds earlier, they might have actually won that. But, you know, I don't think they can be... I think they should be quite happy with that game. And obviously, they didn't win, but it was so close, you know. I don't think... Yeah, they made the right move, basically, at the end. I think maybe they had that in the back of their head. They're just like, yeah, 2 cap, if they've got it, we need to go for both bosses. And it seemed to be quite organised as well, but not paying out for them in the end. We got next map, Full Fire. Woohoo!
Full Fire. Normally, sometimes I like to make predictions concerning the favorite maps of the teams. In many cases, I know which maps are the favorites of the teams, but at the moment we have so many new setups and as a part new players in the teams, like Cheese Mode. We have new players in 55. We have well, okay, TCG is mostly still the same, or Team Mist. Sorry. Team Mist is mostly still the same, but we often have pugs in there as well, and then going for Piss and Sick, the name. Lovely name, by the way. With all these new players, with this new setup, I don't think I'm able to really make any predictions how well they're going to fare. The only thing we can go on is team composition, and what we saw earlier. And what we saw earlier was 2 pretty much equally matched teams. There wasn't much in it.
I mean, you can give it probably the advantage to 55 HP monks because of mobility-wise. But still, you've got 2 Ellies, both got the port, so you know that's going to help. They've still got the swiftness when they changed the achievement, and you've got the NG as well, which has got mobility with the swift kits. Sorry, with the speedy kits, which is going to give them swiftness. So they've still got some mobility, but you know they can't.
They actually have
Delph
quite a lot of mobility.
Other than Caleria. Yeah, they're maybe, you know, just as much. It's just, you know, getting the whole team across the map compared to with the Mesmer portal skill, of course. And, you know, Misha's like with bloody portals. Beastly.
You can argument with a couple of things here. You might say the Mesmer and Thief combo brings more mobility, especially maybe the portal bringing something for the possible Lord Rush to get the entire team across, if it gets to that. Although on the other side we have Tommy Tom with the Glyph of Elementals, but we have a Fiery Greatsword on Lord Asura, and a Fiery Greatsword is a pretty big advantage for Lord Rush. They might get there a little bit slower, but once they're there, it's done.
Yeah, that's true.
Saving a Lord from a Fiery Greatsword is really difficult. So we have upsides and downsides on both teams. I don't feel confident enough to make any predictions.
I think we could have predicted one thing. Rom needed to go to the toilet.
Hashtag wait for Rom.
Yeah. Hashtag PNC. You know what he's doing. I wonder if he's going to do that during the Gamescom. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry Twitch. Just gotta go to the toilet and grab a smoke. You know, just as you do. Don't worry, Gamescom. How many thousands of people go? I don't know. I don't want to know actually.
No clue. I just know
a lot.
It's way too full there.
And me and Chronick, we're both casting at Gamescom, guys. Yes. And if you are going, we are going with Grouch indeed. But if you're going for all 5 days? 5 days, yes. You're going for all 5 days? Maybe?
Not necessarily on Sunday, but most likely every other day.
Yeah, so guys, it'd be good to meet people. I want to meet people in Guild Wars 2. Come and say hello. We'll grab a drink, a coffee, whatever. Talk about PvP. Do other stuff. Play some other games. Play some Guild Wars 2 maybe. Have a laugh and, you know, meet the Guild Wars 2 community.
If people don't want to meet us, you can still meet the players themselves. Because it's going to be a LAN tournament and people are going to be flown in.
Yeah. Exactly. So we've got 10 people. 15 more like, sorry.
Yeah, 15.
From CNNA, you, and
I actually just want to mention, thank you Chinese team for not having impossible to pronounce names.
Oh God,
I'm
I was.
Really glad
You're really happy, aren't you?
Thank you.
I remember.
Because I got a couple of like quick pronunciation in Chinese lessons from Black Mower.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he speaks Chinese. But
awesome.
I'm glad I don't have to use my really hastily acquired knowledge there.
Well, I was going to say I completely forgot that I didn't even think about it. I was just like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be all right.
The only thing I remember, and I might even be wrong there, is that Kong Zong, or however you're supposed to pronounce it in English, is actually pronounced Kong Chong.
Kong Chong. Kong Chong. Okay.
I know that.
Well, I have to remember that.
The Chinese have
Buddhism
like
lessons.
7 different sounds for ch. 7 different letters. Just ch. I don't know. I'm confused by Chinese, but I'm really glad they have names that are pronounceable in English.
And then, just as you say that, Rom just tells us how much he needed to go to the loo. So that was very nice, and hopefully we're ready to go. I do think so. Remember, guys, 2 lords, 1 lord on each base, 150 points, of course, which can give each team a massive boost. And of course, at the end of that last map, we did see the in-game tactics come into play. So we might see them in this map as well. You never know.
Okay. So 55 could decide this best of 3 with winning the second map, but Cheese Mode could also equalize the scores. We're gonna see. We have Cheese Mode on the red side and 55 HP Monks on the blue side. We're in the second semi-final, and now we're gonna have a look at the splits.
Looks like, again, look at 55, going for a really full-on defensive. Misha and Shad not going for far node. It looks like Mini Calero is going to pick that up, and the Necro has actually gone mid.
Mini Calero alone on the point would have been risky if they wouldn't kind of have known that 55 was going to open so defensively.
Yeah, that would have been really risky actually, but it paid off for them. So now he can go to mid potentially with the Necro to kill Rom really quickly and potentially get, because Rom's
already
not
have
aware.
Tommy going for the assistance on the midpoint because Rom is having some problems there. Getting feared off, but now he is here, and together they should be able to survive quite a while.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the damage that's going to come out from those guys, you'd think that the Warrior and the Ellie would be able to sustain him there. You're not too sure.
We already have the supply crate out. Some good damage. We had Hibify him downstate, but he's back up again.
Yeah, no Conde removal at the moment either.
Ron really having problems. Manages to get up on the point, but immobilized. Lord Asura now on him.
Oh!
And now the burst from Mini Calero, bringing him into downstate, and we have the stability for the stomp. And there he goes. Now only Tom something is able to still stay here, or not able, because he instantly went down. We have a bit of a cap for the red team, and now after the Vapor Form, the stomp, which could actually mean a pretty early mid cap, and that is a good position to be in.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good for them. Not good for 55 at all. And that push over towards the waterfall is really focused 55 on this node, and no one's able to disengage. Apparently, Shad's actually in a lot of he's pressure. Oh, they just keep a lot of Surus taking out Shad. That's a really good move. He saw him actually going off node to try and regenerate, to try and pull out of the fight.
Stomped. We have Shad stomped in a couple of seconds. We have Melo down.
And Ron taken off
even
point.
Off point, I think. That might actually be if they can deal with Rom fairly quickly. No, it's not going to be a 3-cap. We have Tom, whatever, going going onto the point. Still contesting the cap. But against 2 people that are still here, well, I would have said 4, but 2 already buggered off.
Wow, yeah, that was a very English thing to say. But look at Red, they're actually coming back into the map now. They need to be aware, because obviously Misha and Shad, no going for the old-fashioned style of going towards over to Quarry now. Necro's over there as well, and it looks like Mini Calero might take off Shad just on the way. He has indeed. The engage kind of happened, but Calero just stuffed and just moved away.
And
Same
now we
with
actually
Shad.
have the 3-cap. We have the 3-cap.
I know, yes.
Tom is down. We have the 3-cap, and the points
off node as well.
Are so fast. We're at 150 already, 2-0.
Do you remember last week? This is what happened. Well, I think 55 HP Monks kind of dominated Cheese Mode last week, and they actually won the first game quite well, but they lost here, actually. Just remembering that. They did actually lose quite, you know, Cheese Mode actually did kind of hammer them, I think, as well on this map. I can't remember. I have to rewatch it. But 3-cap is real. 200 points to Cheese Mode. Just hit
and now
0 points.
Now you guys can see what we mean when we say a small skill difference can make a huge difference in points.
Exactly. Seeing
but
5 average
But it
guys,
actually looks like 55 is kind of about to gain a bit of control over at the quarry point, get a bit of momentum back, and nice burst on Mini Calero, who was the only one standing in the way between the decap on mid and Tom. But we have Hibify going onto the point to prevent the cap. We have stealth on Mini Calero, so the second stump went into nothingness. Hibify now on the point. We could see Tom actually trying to outrun him to get the decap on waterfall.
At the moment, there is really no hope in hell of 55 coming back from this. I'm sorry. And I really don't like to say it, but 300 points, unless they can get a 3-cap themselves. You know, they're in Lord range almost.
They cleaned up on... I saw a couple of that's GG out of the chat, which is 1 minute earlier than we are now. And I'm still going to say they cleaned up on Quarry. If they can have a nice team fight in the next big team fight, possibly on mid, especially with taking out Hibify already, but not really being able to stomp burst on Shad. So the stomp didn't came through, but Shad is in a big deal of problems. Didn't port away, just let himself get stomped. So maybe it's a little bit more difficult to actually get a team fight going at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be. And Melo is stuck over on the quarry node as well. I'm just wondering if Rom is going to go for another 1v1 with the Lord just for funsies. But, you know, he's coming to back up Melo at the moment with Hibify, because Rom really needs to be on that node rather than Melo, which is what's happened. Melo is rotated out, which is the good move. And it looks like 55 HP Monks now. Everyone needs to note now, 55 not going for mid. That's the point they need to hit. That's what they needed to go for. So they want to take out Zapdos instantly. Although Shad trying to keep Lord Anorak out of the team fight, has to kind of negate his damage potential with pure aggression. But not faring too well at the moment. Zapdos did a good move there. Using the Flame Fire attunement, using Burning Retreat. He actually retreated off the point to avoid any kind of burst damage coming on, because he line of sighted them at the same time. So that's just quite a nice move he pulled off there. And the points, dude, 400 almost hit now. We do have the 2 caps, like 1 cap for each team at the moment, but 55 really need to pull something out of the magical hat. And I'm not talking about a rabbit, dude. They need to pull out some points here.
Maybe a rabbit to distract them? Something cute and fluffy to take their attention?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not too...
You would have thought that would have been Misha.
Well. They're not faring too well on the waterfall, so it really does look like Cheese Mode could potentially just put all 5 people on 1 point and still go out of this as the winner. Unless there's a combination with the Lord Rush there, but I don't really see that happening. I had a bit of hope, like 2 minutes ago. It's gone now.
You did.
Somebody stomped my hope.
I will give you that hashtag Chronic believes, but with you know, in this map, it is so tough to get, like, I think someone said it in chat, and it's actually quite accurate. When you win 2 massive team fights and you get that free cap, you can almost predict that team's going to win nearly every time on this map. Because even with the Lord mechanic as well, you still need to get some points back on the map to get to 300 to even have a chance of hitting 500 points and win for that lead. You know, it's just so difficult. And they lost again. They lost that big team fight over on the waterfall.
The 3 cap in the beginning was just too painful to really come back from.
Yeah, completely. Absolutely.
They had the early mid cap, and from that point on, it just all snowballed to the one fight on waterfall. Then Tommy Tom as the last person to actually, and they're gonna get the D cap on quarry now as well. So finish it off with a 3 cap apparently. Just making a statement here.
Yeah, from the GG's coming out as well.
Don't you mess with cheese mode, man.
We're going into a 3rd map, dude. Again, with cheese mode versus 55 HP monks, taking us into another round before we hit the final.
232. That's pretty much as much. Well, in terms of points, it's the same we saw with what was it, 5 against WAG.
Almost. Exactly. And I've literally
and
just
55
told someone
is not
from them.
new to Ellie.
Exactly.
It's not new to ESL.
Not by... They've probably been taking part in, what, ever since
Most, probably.
9 or 10.
I think they also won the most still.
Yeah. And probably cheese mode second, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, I don't know. And cheese mode had a break. But 3rd round... Should we go through some builds, or should we just tend to get on with it?
Well, we said we would show some builds in the break. We got in the first again, in the first match.
Oh, that's true. Oh, we haven't gone through 55.
Yeah, let's quickly do 55. We have Shut the Thief playing Panic Strike build with the Dagger Pistol, Scholar Runes, and the Berserker Amulet. Trait distribution 602, the 2 for the condition removal in Shadow Arts, and 06. Then Rom is playing, as it looks, a proper Hambo build, so nothing extravagant like an Eviscerate or Condy build we often see Rom on. Playing with a Hammer, Longbow, Hulberg runes, which have been more and more common these days. Soldier runes, Soldier Amulet, and 00626. Then Misha the Mesmer playing Shatter, here a little bit more safe version, not the all up in your face damage version with the sword pistol. Playing Great Sword, Staff, nice damage on range with Lyssa runes. Oh, really?
Where's he going, sorry?
Lyssa runes? I think I've seen that once before. Otherwise, didn't all the Shatter Mesmers go for Strength runes, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, and that's an interesting move. I mean, he's gone back over to Mass Invisibility, which is the lower cooldown, which would make sense on this map as well. Sorry, not on the map, but with the Lyssa, of course, changing those conditions up. So maybe he just feels, maybe they feel like from the last game, maybe, you know, with the Necro as well, that he needs, Misha needs some kind of, you know, defense against those conditions, because they're not really in the same place as Melo a lot of the time to take those off. So, or Tommy. So yeah, that's probably what that means.
Shadow Mesmer with Berserker Amulet and Trace Distribution 44006. Tommy is running. Currently Staff is probably going to switch to Dagger. Dagger has the Strength Runes, Celestial Amulet, and 00266. And Mr. Melo, the Bunker Guardian, running the standard Shout Bunker with a Staff with a Mace Focus. Oh, Mace Focus. Thought that was something new. No, it isn't. It's standard. With Soldier's Runes, Cleric's Amulet, and 01661.
Awesome.
Okay, we're through that.
We are back to the start. Ready up?
Give them the ready up. And I gotta say, if I go from the match I've seen earlier on this map with those two teams, I'd have to give it to Cheese Mode. Oh wait, I didn't give Cheese Mode the point. There we go. I would give it to Cheese Mode, but they didn't have Lord Anorak. They had Frelina on a warrior there, on the Hambo. Now with the Necro, it's going to be interesting.
Because he can use Flesh Worm as well to get around the map quite nicely on here, and he can get up top. If they pop a nice trap shot into mid, which someone should do at some point, that's going to open it up.
Who renames what to Pug Mode?
They want it to be called Pug Mode because they're not Cheese Mode. Even though you entered a Cheese Mode, so you shouldn't do that.
Now they're Cheese Mode. They have Cheese Mode on the red side and 55 HP Monks on the blue side, now battling it out in the third of 3 matches in this best of 3 semi-finals. It's not the finals, it's the semi-finals. And let's see the splits and early aggression from Cheese Mode on the far point. 3 people on Mansion.
Going back to old school 55 HP Monks, I'm going to say that because they've actually been more defensive. And I think they are better at being just full offensive from the offset because, you know, already they've pushed someone off the far node and they've got their closes okay at the moment. They had the 2v2.
Especially because they kind of went with the assumption. And Miniconero actually getting away with 600 lives. They went again with the assumption of 55 being really defensive. And therefore had Minicolera on the point, which they now probably regret.
Yeah, I think so, but at least they've got the cap. Someone just quickly asked if you could just show the NG build on the side, because I think some people are interested to see the difference. We don't need to go through it, but he's running some interesting different bits and bobs, and it's actually quite putting out quite a lot Hibify here with the Celestial Amulet, and also going for 60044. He's got speedy kits and whatnot as well. He's running all 3 kits with a lot of defense actually with that toolkit and also with the Elixir gun, but now taking out Melo in the mid and getting knocked off point, which is just awesome for that decap, so they could actually get the cap there as well.
And they can just leave him there, especially because the flame turret is taking good care of Melo. Getting nice and
good job.
Getting nice and toasty there.
That couldn't have been more well scripted if they tried, I don't think. Bloody hell. That was I mean 55 do have a little bit of a lead at the moment. They're trying to get rid of Rom over on the mansion point, but here we go. Shad's come in with Tommy as well, trying to get some focus damage down. Shad looks like he's got some focus on Hibify and Calero, but he might actually have a bit of trouble here if Hibify decides to go back onto Shad. But, you know, it's nice to see this off-node fighting as well between these fiefs and then kind of people backing up Shad when he gets into a position, because that's happened just now, and Shad actually going down off point. But it looks like the rest of the blue team have actually gone off node as well. Someone could actually keep on that node, and they could have actually capped it, but no one was aware there really what was happening. And unfortunately, Shad goes down and they don't get the cap.
Always nice with the engineer pulls we see from time to time. Now the immobilize on Melo, making it difficult for him. Now really, except for the one downside, I just want to say the upper hand for Cheese Mode there. Getting some nice damage going. But we have a pretty equal team fight at the moment again. In mid we have Misha doing just some random damage on Lord Asura. Not really a burst, not really trying to get the point. Just while having an eye on the windmill. Also doing something, but now he's leaving, and that actually just leaving a portal for potential engage, I assume, just to get the people back quickly enough if they go for the outer point hold. It's nice for team mobility to have the portal there. Yeah,
that's it. I think Lord Asura is just having a look as well, just checking. But at the moment, Cheese Mode are kind of going down a lot at the moment. I mean, 55 are kind of winning on a couple of kills, really, and just that early cap. Zapdos's arm, that misform's been used, and the focus is coming out onto Hibify as well from Shad and Rom. Finishing, and Rom's going to stay for the cap, so Melo can migrate across the map to engage on the team fight, which is probably going to start happening on Windmill, actually. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get over there in time to rescue him, but Tommy's there as well, so he should be okay, 2v2.
Are they going to use the portal? That's the question to get there. No, they didn't.
The cooldown was out, actually.
Well, he put it somewhere, just...
maybe.
He already used it then. Well, Minicolera and Misha going down at the same time, at the same spot. And we have the ability, Minicolera brought it away, but we have Lord Anorak as well. And now we're in a situation we can kind of remember from the last time these two teams had up against each other in the ESL Weekly Cup. where we had a similar situation. 55 with an outer point cap, and Cheese Mode having real trouble picking the right point to engage. They can't let themselves kind of stick to one point for too long. Last time I think I made the reference of like an angry dog that just doesn't want to let go of the point. They're switching a bit more fluently at the moment.
You call that a pit bull terrier in the UK, probably. Not letting go and just wanting to stack on. And they need to be careful now, because look at Melo. I think Melo's actually been around the map more than anyone at the moment. He's got to go back to Mansion now. And look at Misha. Misha dashing over towards the Treb, actually turning that Treb round now. He's going to start going for the Treb over on the Mansion, which is actually going to be quite a surprise. And no one from the red team is even in range to go for the Treb, really, other than the Necro. And he's full Condi, so he's not going to be able to take it down very fast. He's just going to have to engage Misha. And he's actually going towards Mansion, so unless someone gets over to that Treb, Misha's going to cause a lot of pain as the shot comes in, and Lord just missed it.
We also have to remember that the teams are really good, which means dodging a few trebuchet shots is a bit easier to them than it would be for like your general puck team. Therefore, it's not having the wanted effect in here, I think.
It's not.
They're just on the dodges.
But they're getting the kills. They're getting the kills elsewhere. 2 people have just been rezzed. Not kills elsewhere. Sorry, some nice rezzing coming in. I believe. I'm not sure how exactly. Oh no, Rom. Sorry, went into Vengeance and actually got Melo up there. Apologies on that one. Shad actually going down off node, and Zapdos is down as well. Lord of Sir, they're going to be able to get him up, and they're going to be able to re-engage on the point. But look, all through that team fight, still not got the point, dude. I mean, they might get it, but still the Treb's
now
coming
somebody's
in.
going for Treb.
And it's because even if you have to waste your dodge to go to dodge that Treb shot, so you're not only wasting your dodge, not wasting it, but you're trying to dodge damage, but then you're trying to dodge a Treb as well. So it does decrease your survivability, even if you're not getting hit by it. It's still it's effective and quite useful.
Now at almost 120 points advantage here. 4v5.
Yeah, someone needs to AFK. Yeah.
Who's gonna be AFK? That's the question. Well, we have at the moment really a big advantage for 55, and I remember somewhere I can't remember which turn exactly, but I remember a game, I think it was Cheese Mode versus 55, where they also had a disconnect on this map, but built up a large enough lead for them to actually win with 4 people. And we might be in a similar situation here. If nobody AFKs.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember some 4v5 wins. Cheese Mode won 4-5 versus 5 against TCG, actually, I think, as I remember rightly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I might have mixed something up, but now it's...
No, I think that's on top as well. I think that's on top.
Okay, we have now a 5v5 again.
It doesn't. I don't think it's going to matter at the moment, because they're almost like not 200, but 180 or so points ahead.
They
55.
have the decap on the windmill, and we have still quite a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, there's no boss, there's no lord, there's nothing to bring back those 150 points quickly. Like they're still going to have to pull out.
Other than just capturing a point, and at the moment it doesn't look that bad. We have a pretty solid res from Melo, which was interrupted by Fear. Also the damage there now in a little bit of trouble, because he has not much cooldowns to go on. Rom also having some problems, low on life, could get outbursted there, and also completely disengaging out of the team fight and running around their hut just until his cooldowns are back up, running into Lord Anorak though and being chased by Mini Calaria. So this could pretty quickly dissolve.
Ron did a good job of getting off node there as well and trying to take away, the damage that was coming off onto him, and then he got back onto node to try and get back to Melo to get some healing and stuff. But these guys fast running out of cooldowns, running out of time, but they've still kept it contested. But there's no help coming for Melo anytime soon, and now 55 need to hold their close point to actually make sure they're going to win this game and can just hold on to it. But the thing is, they've got 2 DPS currently over on the Mansion, as well as Tommy, who can bunker down on the point for a while. We do have the respawns coming out from 55, of course, and maybe they can push into this node, get the team, maybe just wipe these 2 guys. and come back into the game. But they need to watch the rest of the points.
But
I think they're going to lose
almost
mid.
No,
He got feared. Oh, he got feared and then ported off point, I do believe.
Well, but Lord Anorak can't get the cap back, and we have the thief that is a lot faster. Might actually get the decap on the windmill, can then go away
then he's gonna
and again to the mid because he's way faster in mid.
Oh no, but he's actually getting some nice damage off. He's not able to get away. But this is, this is enough. This is the thing. He needs to go back and cap the point, but then he knows he's going to lose mid. So yeah, that's what Hibify's done. He's gone back to mid to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Exactly. The simple fact that Shad had a little bit of trouble getting away from the Necro was enough for Cheese Mode to get a play on the mid, which in this case is Hibify, who actually is taking out Shad, which also puts him in quite a good situation. He could actually leave him there. Shad ported on the point, so has to kill him. But no, it's not going to be enough. The 1 point is going to be enough. They just need to stay on that, and at the moment they're winning the team fight that is on happening on Mansion. Autosura down, Zapdos down. We have Anorak there, probably trying to get a res off Zapdos. Nope, now it's too much damage from him. 4 people just on the point, getting the points for the stomps as well. Just continuing their lead.
I just had a look over at Rom, who did a nice knockback onto Hibify as he came out of the window, because that's what's good about these players. These players at this level, they're preempting, they're noting where these guys are coming from. They know someone's going to come to mid, and Rom's just waiting there to just delay people so that the 55 HP monks can extend their lead, feed the cap, and get the actual kills, get those 5 points, and they've won the game.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Good job again for 55 HP monks. And Cheese Mode actually a lot closer this game, I think, as far as I remember.
Yeah, for some reason 55 seems to really like the outer point, the double outer point strategy on this map. And it works for them. They are able to switch quickly enough, and they are able to move Malo around the map quickly enough to have him in the big team fights. And that's kind of what Cheese Mode was going for. They again forced the big team fights instead of attacking both points at the same time. They had a situation where where 55 actually was in trouble for a short period of time, where they had Misha and Shad as the only persons to defend the mansion. Problem is they took too long to really make use of that, and therefore had the respawn from the Elementalist.
Yeah. Tough for those guys. I mean, it was a good move as well, especially with the NG, who had that knockback on the turret. Could have decapped mid so easily, so many times as well, with some other knockbacks from the other guys on the team. But good decision to go for the side nose.
But
nice
definitely
choices.
some good matches we've seen.